Good evening, everybody. Welcome to your double press conference reaction show. Now, tonight we are going to be reacting to Ruben Amorim's press conference and Mark Skinner's as well, because they have both been done today. So I'm going to be doing literally a 2-in-1 stream. So, yep, let's go, people. Big up to every single one of you who's live and logged in already this evening. Much appreciated. Now, if you are new to our YouTube channel and you enjoy your Manchester United content, Premier League content, please subscribe to this channel. And if you're into your EFL, non-league, international football, please subscribe to my football channel. And if you are in to your gaming, food reviews, and tech reviews, make sure you are subscribing to my third channel. Link is in the description. My second channel is in the title and in the description as well. And pinned on top of the live chat and in the description to the stream is the YouTube membership program. So if anyone wishes to join the YouTube membership program today, you can find all the information pinned on top of the live chat and in the description to this stream. But big up to every single one of you who's live and locked in already this evening. Much appreciated. Now, a bit later on, I will be going live on my third channel again, playing some medieval. Yes, we're going to carry on playing that, people. And I can see Downright Sorting is already in the live chat, so I'll say big up to him as always. Downright Sorting. When his comment shows on the screen, here we go. Caught a brown envelope on Sky Sports against a Charlie Patrick was on it again. He is getting paid on Sky Sports. What a run in a brown envelope. Completely agree. 100% agree with you, Downright Sorting. I completely agree. Now, we are going to start off with Ruben Amorim's press conference, and I think we'll have to listen to Thomas Frank as well. Then once we get all the men conferences out of the way, we will move on to Mark Skinner's a little bit later on. So, yep. Now, I will try and put a timestamp in the comment section when I do Ruben Amorim's and Mark Skinner's. So, yep, I'll put timestamps in the comment section. So if you're watching it on playback, you will know where I start off with Ruben Amorim's and Mark Skinner's. You know, some of you may only want to listen to Amorim and some may only want to listen to Mark Skinner. So if I do that, you know, in the comment section after this stream, then you have the choice what to listen to if you're watching it on playback. So, like I said, with these press conference reactions, this is a complete fresh reaction. Okay, I've not listened to any of the press conference off air whatsoever. So, what you're hearing from me now is going to be a fresh reaction, the same as Mark Skinner's press conference as well. Let's get it right. You know, that is a fresh reaction as well. Now, with both press conferences, I may stop it halfway through if I need to call out something or if I need to mention something interesting. And please note, it's audio only. I will not be showing the press conference footage. I just do it as audio only, people. Let's get it right. But big up to every single one of you live and locked in already this evening. Much appreciated. So I'm just going to get up Ruben Amorim's press conference now, because that's the one we're going to start off with first, people. So, yep. Now, like I said, this is a complete fresh reaction. So let's go for it.
Hi, Ruben. We've spoken positively in recent weeks about the run of form that the team's on, the performances across the season so far as well. You've spoken positively about. What sort of shape do you think the side are in for the game this weekend. How confident do you think your team is now after the start of this campaign and the results recently?
I think, again, I think we are more confident. We believe more that we can win any game, and we prove already.
Yes, a bit of belief might be growing, but our defending is absolutely abysmal. I mean, to concede 2 goals in 90 seconds against Nottingham Forest is nothing short of a disgrace, honestly.
That we can win any game. The last game was tough on us because in some moments we were not the team that we're supposed to be in every minute, and compare that to Brighton, and we suffered 2 goals against Brighton, but it was a different thing. So we know that we cannot forget that we have a lot to improve. We are more prepared for anything that happened in the game. So that is also a good thing. So we are in the better moment, but we also know that we have a lot to do, a lot to improve, to be.
Yeah, we do have a lot to improve. You know, we're nowhere near back in business yet, people. Let's get it right.
To win more this kind of games and consistently win games in a row. So we know that we are capable, we are confident, but we also know that we struggle sometimes in games that we need to do better.
You said before that you know what sort of game your team is going to have almost in the first action in the match. You can see that the way that they start will be the way that they go on. Do you still feel like that, or do you feel like you can trust your team a little bit more to cope with the different ups and downs in matches, even if they don't start?
Question is, do the players trust you, mate? Because, you know, they could just down tools any second. Let's get it right.
How well they can finish well.
I think a little bit both. I think we can manage the game better now. We can always change from one moment that we are struggling. We can change that. Also because we have players that can change that for us, not as a team, but sometimes the individual can help us to change that. But if you look the game against Nottingham that we control in the first half, but the energy, if you put the 2 games at the same time, you can sense the energy was not the same. And that is something that you can watch in the first moments of the game, so it's a little bit both.
Hi Ruben, you're playing Tottenham for the first time since the Bilbao disappointment. You've touched on your side and changes. I just wondered how different you think your team is now to the one that lined up in the Europa League final.
First of all, the characteristics of the players. We have different characteristics in our team. But we also have a lot of players that play last year. So we are a better team. We play better. We understand the game better. I think we are more confident. We reached that final confident that we could win because we were doing well in Europe. But in this moment, we play with.
Yes, last season in Europe, yes, we were quite good, but we didn't show it in the final, did we? You know, we just weren't good enough last season. You know, nowhere near as sustainable.
Different confidence. We managed better the moments of the game. But if you remember that game, they had that shot on the goal, they won the game. So I expect a different game, that we can play better, but also to have a little bit luck to help us to win the game.
Another difference last season, and you might tell me I'm wrong now and tell me there's been lots of injuries this week, but you don't seem to have as many injuries this season as you've had in the past. And historically, United have had in recent seasons. Is there a change?
Yeah, a fellow Manchester United fan was telling me about that, actually, that this season we had less injuries than the last couple of seasons. So that is one positive. It just goes to show we have a better physio, or Ruben Amorim is doing something different in training to what Eric Ten Hag was. I mean, let's get it right. Yeah, I know they did daylight sourcing 4 fucking times. I'm not happy, mate. I'm really not. You know, nowhere near sustainable. Assegal was absolutely amazing when Anto Maresca he should be a starter. He makes stuff happen and play better. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
No, it's not changed. It's one game every week, and then again a little bit luck, because sometimes you have problems with players with knocks, and it's not something that soft issues. So you never know what is going to happen in the next training. If you play with intensity in training, something can happen. But I think the big reason, of course, we try to do everything well. The big reason is one game every week. You can give an extra day to the players that you know that could struggle in the next training. So I think that is the biggest reason.
Ruben, you conceded 2 goals last week, conceded 2 against Brighton, and you've still only kept 1 clean sheet. Is that a problem for you?
Yeah, it's a problem.
Of course it's a problem. It's nowhere near sustainable. Let's get it right. These goals we are conceding, totally unacceptable, people. Absolutely not even anywhere near close to being anywhere near fucking sustainable.
Especially if you see the league nowadays, the team that is winning all the games is not suffering, is not goals, maybe some shots on target, and that is a big thing, especially when you have talented players. If you defend well, in one opportunity you can score a goal and win a game. But I think it's not. It's more again.
Are you confident going away to Spurs? I mean, they beat us 4 times last season, but yeah, like I believe we can win the game about 2-1 or something.
A team thing. We need to defend better. We need to be more aggressive. And that part of the energy, when we have the full energy in every ball, we defend better. So everything is connected. But of course, we have a lot to do. We cannot suffer the amount of goals that we are suffering. And that is a thing that we need to improve.
And is it possible, because it's a collective thing, is it possible to reduce the number of goals without reducing the amount you score at the other end? Because in a way, you're not committing quite as much.
No, I think you can attack really well. Sometimes when you defend better, you attack better. So I think it's not that. It's the way we defend the box. But the last game, I think we struggle a little bit inside the box.
That's true, Dan. I sort of thing. You know, last week they offered absolutely nothing against you guys whatsoever. Yeah, they're abysmal, mate. Shocking. Really bad. So this is why we gotta get at them seriously.
Because outside the box, we allow the crosses without any pressure. So these small details that you...
And set pieces as well. We have to do better at defending set pieces. You know, we conceded far too many goals from set pieces.
Watch from the last game we worked during this week to try to improve that. The opponents, we suffer goals in the beginning, especially in the beginning of the season, but we didn't allow much to Arsenal to win that game. But in our last game, they had 17 shots that we cannot allow. That is something that we need to change, and we pay attention to that. So yeah, we can attack the same way. We can score even more goals, but we need to defend better.
Ruben, I'm not suggesting there's any positives losing a final, but after not having European football, in terms of the strategy in the summer, making maybe the club reduce the squad size, you have more time in the training ground. Are you seeing the positives of maybe those 2 factors?
Yeah, it's not the fact of seeing the positive, it's using the positives. So
yeah, he was shocking, Daniel. I sort of saying absolutely abysmal, mate.
Any situation that you have in our life, you can look in the positive way or in a bad way. If you ask me, you prefer to be here with a cup in Champions League, more money, more players, maybe. Of course, I will say yes, but you have the other side. You have more time to train, to know your players, to arrange everything, the connection between staff, and prepare the future. And the future will be with the European competition. So we just try to use the positive thing of not playing all the games during the week. So yes, I can see the positives.
Yeah, your former teammate Cristiano Ronaldo has come out this week with a few comments about the club. He said that, you're doing a good job, but you can't provide miracles. But he was also a bit damning on the players, saying that some players don't have Manchester United in their mind. Do you think that's quite unfair, maybe, from a club legend like him?
No, actually, I say Ronaldo's getting a very fair assessment.
Maybe some of those players in the squad look up to as a legend of the game.
So of course he knows, and he has a huge impact in everything he said.
And let's get it right here, people, yeah? Ronaldo has played for Manchester United twice.
What we need to focus is in the future. We know that we as a club made a lot of mistakes in the past, but we are trying to change that. So let's not focus what happened. Let's focus what we are doing now, and we are doing that. We are changing a lot of things in the structure, the way we do things, the way we want the players to behave. We are doing that, and we are improving. So let's focus on the way we are doing things. We are improving. Let's continue and forget a little bit the past.
There we go. That's the end of the press conference. Ruben Amorim's. Now, let's see, Thomas Frank has done one. I'm sure he has. Thomas Frank. Press conference. Here we go. Has he done one? Has he done his yet? Or not? Thomas Frank press conference. Man United. Yes, he has, I believe. Well, we'll have a look anyway. I know what will narrow it down. The Tottenham Hotspur YouTube channel. Of course, he might not have done his yet, because obviously Tottenham have been in Champions League action, haven't they? See, video. See. Has he done it yet? Let's see. Because obviously Tottenham have been in European action, haven't they?
Today on MUFC Pod.
Nice. Don't want to watch that one. I mean, it doesn't matter if he hasn't, because we can just go straight on to Mark Skinner's Tottenham. See the Tottenham Hotspur YouTube channel. There we go.
Hey guys, first question please. Fans love a transfer story. Any big moves in January?
We don't comment on speculation. It's very important to look at the long-term vision and trust the process.
You've looked strong lately. What's your secret?
We don't know.
He just said trust the process. Thomas Frank has just said trust the process. Oh my goodness, dear me. What's good, Mr. Josh CJ? Big up, Mob. Good evening, mate. Thank you for joining me this evening, mate. Much appreciated.
React in the good moments or in the bad ones. You must stay disciplined, have a plan, and trust your fundamentals. That's how you build something that lasts. In football or anywhere else. Our goal is to stay consistent. Manage risk and keep our heads if things get a little bit unpredictable in the market.
Risk, fundamentals, and trusting the process. Are we still talking about football here?
Of course, football is about trust, discipline, and smart decisions. The same principles that make any team or partnership strong.
When you talk about trust, you mean Kraken?
You could say that. 14 years of stability, long-term vision, trusted worldwide. Sounds like a pretty good team to me.
All right, everyone, that's time.
Was he talking about football or trading?
Both, I think.
I see. It's That's a bit of comedy. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Let's see. No, he's not done it yet, I don't think. Like I said, I'm not too bothered, people, because if he hasn't done his, I'll jump straight to Mark Skinner's. It's okay. It's fine. Yeah, we'll do that then. We'll jump straight to Mark Skinner's. So, yeah, I will put that on the timestamp in the comments section. So we started Ruben Amorim's press conference 5 minutes into stream. Now, approximately 21 minutes into the stream, we're starting off with Mark Skinner's press conference. Here we go. Yep, 11 hours ago. Awesome. So let's begin.
So last week, another goal for Elizabeth Turland. She's well on the way to surpassing her total for last season. But her initial contract at the club is expiring at the end of the summer. Is she someone the club should be looking to tie down now to a new contract and have those negotiations?
Yeah, I believe they're underway. Asif, I believe the club putting together the plans and stuff to renew a few players as well. So, yeah, we're looking at obviously retaining the quality that we've helped to produce, as well as those players taking the opportunity.
Absolutely. You know, it's crucial that for our women's team who are literally improving day by day, it's important that we keep hold of our best players.
Yeah, I do believe that is underway. I think it's maybe hopefully before Christmas they'll engage in conversation and they'll see where they're at. So it is underway. She's been fantastic this season, as she has been since she's been here. As if, like, you know, there's a lot of love for Elizabeth here, and you know, hope that we can retain her services and you know, help her build to the target she wants to achieve as well as we do.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you're aware, but if you know,
Elizabeth Turland, you know, has been absolutely amazing for Manchester United women this season.
defeat on the weekend, the team will equal the club record for 10 matches unbeaten in all competitions. With Chelsea showing no signs of letting up in their pursuit of the title, these are the sort of the runs that you need to be aiming at if you want to challenge for the title.
You're right, Asif. You're right. We've got to do things that we've not done before. And as much as we've squeezed loads and loads of juice out of what we are, like, I still think there's loads more to come with our team, especially the additions we've made. So you're absolutely right. We almost have to break our records in order to catch a Chelsea team. You know, they're rampant. So even when they're not playing well as well, Asif, you know, they still get those points. And I think we have to maintain that ourselves, as I'm sure the other teams are trying to do that too. But yeah, look, if we can do that, I didn't know that start, and that would be nice. But obviously, we're trying to win the game first. So if we can do that, then.
See, he's not bothered about the stats, is he? All he cares about is winning out on the pitch, Mark Skinner. And our women's team are doing just that at the moment.
You know, it should be hopefully we can continue to knock our own records down, and that's what I'm here for.
Yep.
Cheers, Mark.
Thank you, mate. Have a great day.
Thanks, Asif. Rachel, please.
Hi, Mark.
Hello,
Just to
Rachel.
ask you initially about your opponents, what you've made of them so far this season. Have you been impressed with what Natalia's done? I guess she's had now a pre-season under her belt. You understand a little bit more what she's trying to do.
Yeah, for sure. And do you know what? You can see her style. I think Natalia, we played them pre-season, and you could already see exactly the change from last season, Rachel, where she wasn't happy, you could tell, in games. You know, she changed shape against us. I think it was when we played them at Villa Park, and I think she's kind of kept that shape all the way throughout since. So you can tell her identity's there. I think they're aggressive without the ball. They go player for player and press. And you've seen that in the biggest of stadiums against the other opponents at a high level as well. So I expect an aggressive team, but also with the ball, you can tell their ideas are there. You know, they're trying to move it fluidly, which is, again, Natalia's style. So I think I'm expecting a really tough game. But what I'd also say is we're in great form. We're in great form. We believe in ourselves.
Yeah, we are. You know, we're our women's team are doing incredibly well.
And we've got to take the challenge of Villa on. Villa are scoring freely, you know, but also conceding freely. So hopefully we can
Yeah, that's one thing. They're scoring a lot of goals, but they're also conceding a lot as well. So, yeah, for Aston Villa women, they got to try and get on a run of consistency.
Exploit that and try and keep a clean sheet this weekend.
And I guess as well, always a good start is important, but particularly against Aston Villa, they've perhaps not always played consistently across the 90 minutes, and there's been a couple of games where they haven't started well. Everton, West Ham come to mind, but equally they come out almost like a different team in the second half. So I guess the importance of capitalising on a good start.
Yeah, for sure. And look, I think we're at home. We need our energy. I think we've got a block of games coming up now where we need to start properly. I felt against Brighton we were good with the ball, especially at times, but probably just a bit rusty from international, whereas I think we got that out. So hopefully we can put that into a good start against Villa. But then also, as you say, be aware that they will then come out second half and adapt. And so we've got to be ready for everything. But I think we're good at that. I really do. I think we're good at adapting. I think we're good at evolving in game as well as, just having game plans. So I'm looking forward to it. Look, it's a tough team. But, I've got respect, but also our team are in a good space. So let's take on the challenge a bit.
That's great. Thank you.
Thank you, Rachel. Have a great day.
Thanks, Rachel. Simon, please.
Hi, Mark.
Good morning,
You're
Simon.
okay. Just to clarify, did you say you expect Elizabeth's deal to be done by
No,
the end?
No. Sorry, no. It has been started with the representatives. So yeah,
Right.
so the phase was working up to the summer window. We were looking at recruitment in. Then you look at during this period here, recruitment in for the winter window, to which we just welcomed another head of recruitment for us, Matthew Lee. So he's coming in to do that, and then during this period, Matt and the team above will be looking at the contracts we want to renew, and looking at a plan and structure for those. But no, I don't expect it to be done ASAP. The market is going crazy, Simon. So I think agencies and so on they'll come to a point hopefully where we agree, but they'll start soon enough.
Thank you. And just in terms of that, you didn't make any kind of secret of the fact when the window closed, you felt that going into the second half of the season you needed more bodies. Although you've done so well so far, we're coming into another congested phase. I'm assuming your general view on your squad and what that looks like for the second half of the season has not changed, and you still expect home to get more players in.
Yeah, I mean, to clarify that, and again, just because it's words to be used, I don't just want bodies, I want quality.
Yeah.
So, no, and I know you didn't mean it like that, but just to clarify that as well, I think, we need quality in the right area.
Well done to Marc Skinner there, correcting that journalist, Simon Stone. Well done, mate. Big up Josh Wright. Bash. Big up to you, Adam Partridge. So, yep, we're on to Marc Skinner's now, mate. I started off with Ruben Amorim, 5 minutes into the stream, and now we are on to Marc Skinner's. Now, I did look for Thomas Franks, but he's not done his yet, so I just jumped straight into Marc Skinner's.
It's like we need to specify. I always try to build a toolbox of qualities in my teams.
Yeah, I'm all good, Adam Partridge. I'm all good, mate. Thank you.
So that we can adapt and evolve. Because it takes around 12 games for new teams to get used to how teams have adapted, evolved, and then they start to shut you down in the second part of the season when you play them a second time. So I don't want that. I want to be able to adapt and evolve and get the right players in. So, yeah, I do absolutely, working hard to bring players in right now in terms of prep for going into the winter window. And solely because, Simon, because of the turnaround of games, I need to make sure I have the welfare of my players at key. And I love what our players are doing. I think they've been incredible, and I think they will be incredible up until the point of Christmas. And then they just want that extra support. That's it. But they won't want it, Simon, because they won't want the competition for places. But that's a reality. If you're going to go deeper into conversation with these competitions, then you've got to be prepared. So I will be looking for, and the club will be looking for, I've no doubt about that. We've already had these conversations to try and add in the winter window.
Why was Ruben Amorim's press conference again today, Josh Wright? Last Thursday now, Josh Wright. Yeah, the last 2 Thursdays, Ruben Amorim's done it on a Thursday. I think because maybe we're playing away from home and we got the early kickoff, haven't we? Are you looking forward to Sunday's Grand Prix? Big up to you, Yuan. Yes, I am, mate. Brazil's one of my favourites. I thought so, Adam. I thought it was tomorrow. Yeah, because I was looking for Thomas Franks and he's not done his yet. But anyway, we can carry on listening to Marc Skinner.
Thank you, mate.
Thanks, Simon. Holly, please.
How nice was it to welcome Hannah Blundell and Zimmy back at the weekend? Obviously, with the small squad you've got.
Yeah, I mean, not only was it nice to welcome them back, but warranted and we need them back in. So I think it's always nice for a player when you celebrate the fact that they're coming back in, but also there's a want and a need for them because every player wants to feel wanted and needed. So I'm really looking forward to what they can do. But we also have to balance the right games for them. I must stress that they're only just coming back. They've got some cobwebs themselves that they need to get out. As with any player that's just come back, it'll be the same with Leah, same with Ray, just because they've not played as many games. But I think putting them in at the right moments and building their confidence will be key going into these big runner games we've got.
And obviously, I know you'll be disappointed in the 2 goals you conceded against Brighton. What do you plan to do differently against Villa to ensure that doesn't happen? And we've obviously known they can score freely.
Defend properly. That's as simple as it needs to be. We get.
Yeah, that's the number 1 aim is to defend properly. I agree with you, Marc Skinner. Brazil should always see the last race of the season. I 100% completely agree with you, Yuan. 100%. It used to always be the last race of the season, so why can't it be now?
Look, and it's not a disrespect to Brighton because obviously I've
You're doing game in the stream tonight, Josh, mate? Yes, I am, Adam Partridge. I'm going to carry on with Medieval, mate.
A lot of respect for Brighton and what they did, but I felt we gave them their goals. Like, we overplayed in moments where...
Yeah, and the goals what we conceded against Brighton women last weekend, sloppy, very sloppy. So this is something we got to work on in the WSL is our defending, at times we're still too open. So, yeah, that's something what Marc Skinner's got to resolve. But going forward in that, we're looking really good.
We're just a bit rusty, and then we overcovered in situations and didn't. But we've identified and assessed that as a team. What I love about this team is when we did our match review.
What I love about this team is that they are going out there and performing in every single game, unlike the men who are too fucking inconsistent.
When we looked at the review against Brighton, I could have those honest conversations with the players, and they were absolutely like, yeah, we shouldn't do that. This is how we'll be better, and I love that about this team. So, we'll look going fixing that against a team that are free scoring as well. Villa are a really potent forward threat, so we've got to try and control the game as much as possible.
Thank you. Good luck Saturday.
Thank you, Holly. Have a great day.
Thanks, Holly. Beatrice, please.
I know Adam Partridge. It bloody stops again, mate. Dear me.
Hi, Mark.
Good morning, Beatrice.
Your head-to-head record with Aston Villa is strong, winning 10 out of the 13 games. How do you ensure that the squad stays hungry and doesn't...
Big up to you, Drake. Good evening, mate. Here is the legend in the live chat. Going to get back on track this weekend. Well, I hope you're right, Drake. I really do, mate. I want us to beat Spurs. I really do.
Past results breed complacency.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think that they'll look back at that result. Like, I don't think that every game, every time we play a new team, this league progresses so quickly that I think a team is new. They're very rarely the same team you played them last time, even in season. So I believe that we will look at just how we can.
Why not? Why not? I refuse to pay £85 for a genuine football shirt, and I got it for 50 off of eBay. So what's the problem, Drake? I mean, come on, mate. What are we doing here? Time the Man United women's Saturday, Josh Rate. I'll look at them, Partridge. I think it's. I know they sometimes play on Sunday, Man United women. Let's have a look. Man United women, here we go. 12 o'clock. So they kick off first, and the men kick off at 12:30. Oh, for fuck's sake. Why did they have to both have them on at the same time? Supporting the club, not a reseller. Absolutely not. Rewarding failure. You know, I refuse to give the football club any money for. We finished 15th last season, so no, I will not be supporting the club. You know, I do not want my money to go to the ownership. No chance.
And beat Villa, and again to respect them as well.
Yeah, no worries, Adam Partridge. You're welcome, mate. But that's annoying, isn't it, Adam, mate? That the game is on the same time as the men. I mean, what are we doing here?
You know, we have to look at this as the top opponent that we believe they are, and how we're going to try and beat them. And that's all we can do. You know, we're going to have moments. Villa are going to have moments, but I think hopefully with the quality we've created, we can.
Can't. The owners are doing well. Really? More like the Glazers have been shit. Let's get it right. You're being stubborn. No, unrealistic, mate. It's as simple as that. Unrealistic, Drake. You know, I'm not one of them football fans who just says, oh, Man United are cooking again. Oh, Man United are back in business, this and that. No. Authenticity. Authenticity is the way forward, Drake. I love you, new Man United, Josh Top and Josh Ray. I've seen it today, Josh Ray. Oh yeah, on the community tab. Yes, you know, I've already got the home kit, but the problem is I got a fake version, and you know the Theatre of Dreams at the back, that's already washing away. So I'm not happy about that, mate. So that's why I bought a genuine one. And I bought some more genuine shirts from this website, what do really cheap with genuine shirts. I've gone for Cunha on one of them and Embuemo on the other one as well. They only charge an extra £4 for the printing as well. So, yep, that means I have all 3 kits now in genuine, which I'm very happy about. They'll be arriving in a couple of weeks' time. So, yep, because the quality of the fake ones I got this year are shocking, honestly. For the sponsorship to be washing away already, I mean, that needs the wooden spoon, honestly. What are we doing here? But the fact that there is a website now I've discovered, big up to Vigilante, Bash, big up to him, right? I now know a website where you can buy genuine football shirts really cheap. And the money is not going to the football club. So that makes me feel even better about it. And not only did I buy the away kit and the third kit genuine, I also got the goalkeeper shirt, because if you buy 2 shirts, you get another one for free. So, yeah, if you want to check it out, you know, I'll put the link in the chat if anyone wishes to check it out. You know, you can buy really cheap genuine football shirts. So that's really good. Yeah, when they arrive, yeah, the home one will arrive first, Adam Partridge. So, yeah. Hang on, where is it? I'll put the link in the live chat. Here we go. So if you want to check out yourselves, you can. There we go. There you go. That's the website. And you can find bargains on there. You really can. There we go. We're about 10 minutes into the conference, weren't we?
As well, I think her and Jess have a special relationship where they come to life together. You know, they're both incredibly creative footballers.
I mean, look, it's only because, to my defence, Drake, you know, I don't want to pay 85 quid, you know, for a football shirt, which I'm really going to wear once a year. I mean, let's get it right. But the third kit, I'm definitely going to wear a lot longer because that is absolutely beautiful. But yeah, the fake ones I got this year have been nothing, a total letdown, mate. So yeah, this is why I'm going for the actual things. Love the club, don't we, Josh? Right? You are far from a fake fan. Get it from the club shop. Again, I'm not giving the football club any money whatsoever. Go and win me a Premier League title. Go and win me a Champions League. Then I might give the football club 85 quid, yeah. But until they start doing that, no, they're not getting a single penny out of me. And 85 quid is literally robbing the public.
I think that benefits the front line. I think that also benefits when you have more of the ball. It's changed and adapted our style a little bit. We've always been possession-based, but we like to transition too. But Jess gives you just a different variance on that. And she's been incredible. Like, I can't stress enough, she's just the most perfect human as well. She just comes in and does her job and loves playing football. And that was my job, is to release her to be able.
The club isn't getting money from you, John. But it still goes towards their revenue, mate. I know Adidas are the ones sponsoring it, but they'll still get a little bit of the revenue. Nah, fuck off, man. Not doing it, Drake. I'm really not. I mean, if that's the way you want to go, fair play, mate, yeah? I mean, we all have our differences, don't we, mate? So, Piastri needs a big race weekend. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Piastri has to get back on track.
To do that, and I think not get too heavy, to think, to analyse, but also to play a game. And I can't, you know, I hope that continues. And when people get used to it, we'll adapt and adjust their position, so they have to adapt and evolve again.
And obviously, you mentioned about having international players you had on duty. How rewarding is that for you as a manager to see how many players are being called up to?
I get 5 shirts a year. So which ones do you get? So do you get the home one, the away third kit? Do you get any long sleeve ones? Tiny gaming, Josh, mate. Probably a bit later on. I'll probably watch Rotterdam first, and then yeah, I'll probably go live like at 12 a.m. or something.
International squads.
Yeah, it's a fine line because they're always at risk of playing and getting injured. So no, it's great, and especially the level. You know, I look at the Swedish players that are playing in that high level game against Spain. So you know that.
I still got them. I still got them, and you know I've been wearing them. But the problem is, Drake, you know, like I've only gave them a couple of washes, and sponsorship is already starting to crack in that. So, yeah, pathetic. You're going on Rutter Stocks tonight, Josh, mate? Possibly, Adam. Wait and see. He's going live about, I think it's 11 o'clock, I think. I'll have a look. Sound like what time is he going live? Roster Stocks, here we go. He is going live at, has he set his stream up yet? Live, here we go. He is going live at 11:15. Do you work out in them? No, I don't. I mean, I wear them, but you know, maybe wearing them to my football club or something. Sorry, Josh. That's okay. So yeah, 11:15, mate. He's going live. So I might be on there. I'll wait and see, mate. But either way, I'll be in the live chat nevertheless. So yep. Anyway, let's continue.
Experience will help them grow as well. But you know, even for example, like Tooney playing against for England against two teams that went down to 10 players. It's great experience because it shows you all the ways in which you have to play the game. So I think Maya stepping in and perform as well as she did as well is great for her and obviously great for us. So I just want to welcome them all back healthy, and hopefully we can do that when we assess them this morning.
Thank you and good luck for the weekend.
Thank you, Holly. Have a great day.
Thanks, Holly. Jamie Lee, please.
Good morning.
Good
Sorry,
morning,
my
Jamie.
mic cut out last time.
That's okay.
I don't know what's been said, but squad depth has been important this season. With players coming back from injury, and how are you balancing rotation while maintaining?
Oh, she's by far my favourite Adam Partridge. You know, I absolutely love her team as well. Proper number 7, mate.
Performance.
Unlike a certain other number 7 who literally got rewarded the shirt straight away by the Glazers. Nowhere near sustainable. Because, you know, David Beckham and Cristiano Ronaldo had to work hard for that number. So why should Mason Mount get it instantly? Look, this is no hate on Mason Mount, okay? What I'm saying is that we all know why they did it. It's so for shirt sales. They go, oh, the Glazer's giving the number 7 shirt. He'll just bring in the numbers. Oh, he'll bring in the pound note for us. I mean, fuck out of here, man. Seriously. Total disrespect to the people who had to work for that shirt. Let's get it right.
Yeah, I mean, the reality was the first block of the season, first quarter of the season was about that. It's about consistency. When you don't have consistency, it doesn't matter. No player coming into any team has any platform to play from. So it'll be about consistency in the first block. The next 2 blocks will be about the players now showing that they're ready to play. I won't put a player in that I don't think is ready. I think right now we're on the cusp of having everybody ready. We've had a good training week with the players that have stayed at home, and hopefully they're up to speed now. So I'm hoping that we can get the right players in the right spaces, and everybody feels their value within these next 2 blocks.
And then finally, do you have any news on Melatonin's injury?
On who, sorry? Oh, Millie Turner, sorry, yeah.
Oh, damn. No, I'm listening to the wrong one. Fuck's sakes. This is a Brighton one I was listening to. Carry on listening to. This is the one we need to carry on listening to. The one I was listening to earlier on. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. Fuck's sake. Stinker and hugs, man. Josh CJ, buy the next from the club for me. PSR, XG, and GA all in the bin, Josh Ray. Absolutely, Adam Partridge. Get all in the bin. 1, 2, 3. Elite high standards. Girls love Mason Mount. I'm so sorry. I was on the wrong press conference. I literally went onto my stream to post that link, and then I clicked on the wrong press conference. Apologies to that, people. I hold my hands up. You know what they say, people, yeah? Accountability is the best ability. And I take full responsibility for that.
I think hopefully the quality we've created, we can take those moments.
There we go. Yeah, that's where we were. 10 minutes into the conference. Here we go. Got about 4 minutes left to this one. Fuck's sake. Stinker and hugs.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Thanks, Beatrice. Amy, please.
Morning, Mark.
Good morning, mate. Hope you're well.
Yeah, you too. You mentioned a bit about the injuries there, and you still needing to get players back in, get them sharp and things like that. How beneficial is it then to have this window now where you've got games quite frequently, even if it's only bringing someone off for 20 minutes in the Champions League or whatever it might be?
It's the other side, isn't it, Amy, to having a lot of fixtures, is that, there's loads of games, loads of players are going to be tired. Actually, there's a lot of opportunity for players to play as well. So it's really hard for a player to come and tell me they're tired if they're playing because, they want to play. And then when they're not playing, they'll tell me I should be playing. So I've no doubt the hardest part of football management is trying to keep players happy with minutes and making them feel wanted and loved. And it's really difficult because sometimes I've already planned ahead this block of games, as you can imagine. And I've planned about strategy, style, who fits where. And then you're going to you've got this one plan, and then you can come to Villa.
Basically, Adam Partridge, he just says we are making progress in that, but yeah, not much was said really. It was only an 8-minute press conference, so yeah, not a lot was said really.
And you could have one injury, you could mix the team, you could have anything that happens, and all of a sudden your game plans are out the window. So I think it's really important to have the high quality games we're having too, because I think that also helps the players. To have Villa, PSG, Man City, and Wolfsburg in these next 4 games, that's 4 great challenges. So no player can tell me I'm only playing against the teams that are lower. They're not. They're playing against really good teams. So I think that's the key.
He does. Marc Skinner talks brilliantly, Adam Partridge. Like earlier on, Simon Stone was asking him a question and he corrected him because, Simon Stone was saying the wrong thing. So Marc Skinner said, I know where you're coming from, but that's not right.
And I've got to try and strike that balance. And it's a new challenge for me this year, but one I'm really relishing in. And I think having honest conversations with them about what style suits them, where they fit, I think will be key going into this block.
And you mentioned about planning ahead. When we looked at this sort of window last time when you went to 2 Champions League games, we were talking about, not too many subs players that weren't really ready to play, that kind of thing. How much more prepared do you feel for this kind of block when you've got, almost like pretty much a full squad now?
Yeah, for sure. I think that Amy, I suppose, look, if I was to flip it to you as a manager, right, and you had that first block, you'd probably want to build consistency in your team, right? So that you have a block of understanding together, and then players come into that consistency and it makes them look good because everybody else around them knows what they're doing. Well, unfortunately, you're absolutely right. In the first block of games, I didn't have
Simon Stone, the new arsehole, Josh, mate.
Really, because they were coming back from injury.
Yeah, like he asks Ruben Amorim silly questions, doesn't he? Yeah, Simon Stone, wooden soon for you, mate. I don't have him on my desk right now, but yeah, wooden soon for you, Simon Stone. Yeah, stop asking Ruben Amorim and Marc Skinner these silly questions, please.
I think Simi was only available a day before the Chelsea game, so it's only 5 games now she's been available for, and there's been an international window between those as well. So the reality is, it's not just about not playing them; it's about making sure they're ready. Players want to play every minute, but if they're not ready, they can't admit that sometimes. But you've got to, as a manager, go, I think you'll be ready here, because I'm looking at your physical outputs, I'm looking at how you are in training, I'm looking at your persona, I'm assessing you all the time. And that's not a negative, that's just going, right, I think you'll be on a platform here.
No, it's not a negative at all. That is what you call being realistic, Marc Skinner. You're being very realistic, mate.
I think that's the key for me, Amy, is like, if we're going to pick the right team, now we've got a team that should be ready to kind of almost start games as well, so I can mix it a little bit more. And I just want players to be ready. It's nothing about them individually. It's about them being able to show the best of themselves so they don't take a step backwards, because then you lose them, Amy. You haven't got their...
Yeah, it's like if they get injured, pick up any hard star players injured, like say Aladdin, for example, then yeah, it will hamper us. It hamper our women's team. Let's get it right.
Confidence in the next game, where actually if you build them right, then as much as they're frustrated, they'll thank you.
Harry talked shit and did a video on the Newcastle after the game last night, Josh, mate. Yeah, because they had a good win in that. He's now using them for clicks and views. I mean, running, absolute running, mate. I cannot stand that guy, seriously. chatting shit about my football club. How fucking dare you? Seriously. Stop using our beautiful football club, yeah, for clicks and views. Get out of here, man. Makes me so angry, Adam Partridge. He really does.
Hopefully in the end.
So that is the end of Mark Skinner's press conference. Again, answered the media very, very well indeed. But, oh my goodness, I still can't believe I was on the wrong press conference for a little while. I mean, let's get it right. Oh, wow. Total stinker and hugs. Seriously. Oh, dear me. Dear me. I mean, laughable, man. But there you go. It is what it is, people, at the end of the day. But big up to every single one of you who's live and logs in already this evening. Much appreciated. I mean, yeah. Look, these journalists chat absolute rubbish. Let's get it right. I mean, they ask so many silly questions. I mean, if you're a journalist, why can you not ask a proper question? It's as simple as that. Ask a proper question, yeah? Then maybe fans might understand what you're saying. But if you ask silly and dumb questions, I think, what the fuck is this journalist on about? I mean, what are we doing here, people? Seriously. Real talk, what are we actually doing here? I mean, it's pathetic at the end of the day. If I was a journalist, right, I'd want to ask Ruben Amorim or Marc Skinner a sensible question. But we all know why they ask silly questions. It's all for PR. All for the PR and the attention they'll get. Let's get it right. Where me, if I was a journalist, I wouldn't do PR. I would ask Ruben Amorim or Marc Skinner a simple question, and that's it, people. Then Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, as they say. Yeah, just ask a proper question, and then maybe fans would start to respect these journalists more. But if they want to chat shit and that, then fans will have no respect for them. I carry on holding them accountable, like I will do. If you're going to ask a silly question and that, I will hold you accountable. It's as simple as that. Because as a football fan, we want sensible questions from these journalists. Not like these questions where they try and change the subjects and that. No. It's like, you're going to ask a question, stay on topic, yeah? Instead of trying to deflect, what the manager's saying. Dear me. See, this is what I don't understand, people. Why do they have to be so awkward? I mean, let's get it right. Look, I know they're trying to make their money, get paid their pounds note, make a good story and that, but they're going about it the wrong way. Let's get it right. Because as a football fan, I demand these journalists to ask a simple question at the end of the day. Let's get it right. Let's absolutely get the narrative right here, people, yeah? I mean, just wow. Unbelievable. But this football club, man, seriously, it is what it is at the end of the day. So, yeah. But let's wait and see what happens with Manchester United this weekend, for both the men and the women. Am I confident both teams can win their game? The men, obviously, question marks around them, but the women, yes, I'm very confident the women can win at the end of the day, because, yeah, that as football fans, that is what we want to see. Is our team winning at the end of the day? Let's get it right here, people, yeah? Because at the end of the day, as a football fan, that is what I want, is my team to win. Go out there and do the best job. Let's get it right. Let's absolutely get it right. But anyway, that is the end of tonight's stream, people. I hope you enjoyed that. Like I said, I will be back a little bit later on my gaming channel. So if you want to see me play some medieval, then please do, people. And if you're watching on playback afterwards, let me know down below what you think the score is going to be in the Spurs game, and what do you think the score is going to be in our women's game as well. And I will pin a comment and timestamp when I get on to Marc Skinner's press conference and Ruben Amorim's as well. So, yep, we're out of here, people. Laters. Don't forget, Glazers out, Ineos out, Amorim out, and brown envelopes in the bin as well. Bye-bye.